Director, National Hydroelectric Power Producing Development Commission, pays courtesy visit to Gombe State following its inclusion into the commission. Gombe State House of Assembly conducts public hearing on a bill to establish the Gombe State Education Development Trust Fund. Nigeria leading Gombe State chapter unveils plans to establish vocational skills centers for families of retired military personnel. Good evening and welcome to Channel 25 News. I am Ibrahim Umar, the presenter. Now details of the news. The Deputy Governor of Gombe State, Dr. Amanasa Daniel Jato, has received the Managing Director of the National Electricity Power Producing Development Commission, Alhaji Abubakar Sadiq Yelwa, and his team on a courtesy visit. The visit follows Gombe State recent inclusion as a member of NHADRO-PADEC. Dr. Jato said the state government under Governor Muhammad Yunus is committed to improving the livelihoods of its people and is ready to collaborate with the Commission for effective development outcomes. He commended NHADRO-PADEC for its interventions in the state, including street lights, life jackets for riverine communities, payment of examination fees for indigenous students, and other safety measures.
I'm so delighted with what the organization intends to achieve. Most cases we have organizations that don't even care about the social environment of where they operate. They are concerned about profit, or they are concerned about their own organization, and therefore forget so many things. These were the issues that raised so many tensions everywhere. From what you have listed, your organization is there not only to achieve the aim for which the federal government set it, but to also take care of the immediate community. That you are ready to address some of these things apart from the ones we have mentioned gives me a great joy.
The Deputy Governor explained that Gombe's inclusion in the commission was due to the presence of the Dadinkowa hydropower dam and the environmental and livelihood challenges facing surrounding communities. He assured the Commission of the state's support, including technical assistance and local knowledge for the establishment of area offices in affected locations. Earlier, the Managing Director of NHADRO-PADEC, Alhaji Abubakar Sadiq Yelwa, said the visit was part of the Commission's tour of newly admitted member states. He described that Gombe, alongside Kaduna, Taraba, and Nasarawa states, were incorporated into the Commission in June 2023. Alhaji Yelwa highlighted intervention.
Nigeria benefits immensely from hydroelectric power generation. We must not ignore the fact that the communities hosting these facilities often bear significant environmental and livelihood burdens. It is our sacred duty to ensure these communities do not suffer in silence while the nation prospers from their sacrifices.
Alhaji Yelwa highlighted interventions already executed in Gombe since 2024, including the distribution of over 1,000 life jackets, provision of boats, installation of solar street lights, construction of boreholes and classrooms, drainage, deslating, agricultural support, and payment of NECO fees for students. He called for stronger collaboration with the state government to address flooding, environmental degradation, and livelihood challenges. The visit ended with an exchange of gifts between the two teams. The Gombe State House of Assembly Committee on Education has conducted a one-day public hearing on a bill seeking to establish the Gombe State Education Development Trust Fund 2025. The public hearing attracted participants from civil society organizations, non-governmental organizations, local government chairmen, school-based management committees, education experts, religious bodies, and other stakeholders. Declaring the public hearing open, the Speaker of the Gombe State House of Assembly, Abubakar Ligereo, reminded participants of the commitment and will of Governor Muhammad Yunus towards improving the education sector since the inception of his administration. He cited the upgrading of secondary schools to modern standards, the establishment of Gombe State Senior Secondary School Management Board, and the Almajiri School Agency as key interventions aimed at improving access to quality education in the state.
This infrastructural investment as well as structural reform initiated by His Excellency cannot be sustained without proper and sustainable funding, which I'm sure this very important bill is targeting to address.
Earlier speaking, Chairman of the House Committee on Education, Shaibu Adamu Haruna, said inadequate funding has continued to affect the quality and accessibility of education in Gombe State. He explained that the proposed bill is designed to complement government funding by mobilizing additional resources to support teacher development, research and innovation and donor partnerships in education. Giving a brief explanation of the bill, the Gombe State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice Barrister Zubairu Muhammad Umar commended Governor Muhammadu Inuwa for his commitment of leaving a lasting legacy for future generations. He said the bill is aimed at strengthening collaboration in promoting education development in the state.
I commend the chairman of SUPEC. I've never done that. I mean, any government official. But honestly, since he's coming on board, we have seen changes that are commended.
In his remark, the chairman of the State Universal Basic Education Board, Subed, Professor Jakran Esfron Toro, described the governor as a visionary leader with the creativity and foresight to transform education in Gombe State. He likened the proposed trust fund to TEDFund and urged stakeholders to make meaningful contributions that will help the House Committee produce an acceptable and effective document. In a vote of thanks, the chairperson of Shangon local government, who spoke on behalf of Algon chairman, thanked the state government for initiating the bill, noting that its impact will be felt at the grassroots level by creating more opportunities for the people. She pledged the support of local governments toward the success of the initiative. Other contributors, including representatives of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, Nigerian Bar Association, JNI, CAN, NLC, NOLGE, Parents Teachers Associations and school-based management committees, described the bill as timely and necessary. Traditional rulers in Funaka, a local government area of Gombe State, have pledged their full support for the Nigeria for Women program scale-up project, describing it as timely initiative to improve the livelihoods of women at the grassroots. The pledge was made during advocacy visit by the team, with district heads assuring their readiness to mobilize communities and encourage eligible women to participate actively in the program. The traditional rulers commended the Gombe State government for extending the project to their areas, noting that empowering women economically will boost household income and community development. Speaking during the visit, the state project coordinator Haja Hawa Adamu Saraki explained that the program, first piloted in 6 states in 2018, recorded about 15% improvement in women economic outcomes. She said the success led to its expansion to more states, including Gombe, under the commitment of Governor Muhammadu Inuwa to women empowerment. She added that the project under the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development will be piloted in Funaka, Yamal-Tudeba and Balanga local government areas. The advocacy visits covered several communities across Funaka, where strong support from traditional rulers is expected to ensure effective implementation and meaningful impact. The chairman of the Nigeria Legion, Gombe State Chapter, Umar Modibo Umar, has unveiled plans to establish vocational skills training centers for families of retired military personnel aimed at promoting self-reliance and economic empowerment. He disclosed this while speaking to GMC reporter in Gombe. Our correspondent Muhammad Ibrahim Fantami completes the report.
Umar Moduba Umar said the initiative will focus on training in various trades to reduce unemployment and improve the living condition of ex-servicemen's families across Gombe State.
Su samu inda za su dogaro a kansu. In suka samu madogara to shi da kwanciyar hankali. Madogara shi ne sama musu abun yi. Me abun yi? A yi abun da za tallafa musu. Ko injin nika, ko noma za su yi, ko kiwon kaji za su yi. Duk wata sana'ar da za su yi saboda samu biyan bukatar su matan da yaran gaba daya.
He called on government, authorities, organized private sectors, and other stakeholders to support the program to fight poverty, ensure social stability, and sustainable development in Gombe State.
Yara maza kuma muna kokari kamfanoni da wurare daban-daban da ake ayyukan ci gaba muna kokarin sassako ɗaya bayan da muka samu dama saboda su canja rayuwarsu maimakon su shiga cikin ƙungiyoyin da ba su da rasari na kwarai ba.
It could be recalled that the 2026 Armed Forces Remembrance Day was celebrated in Gombe to remember the fallen heroes who sacrificed their lives for the country. Muhammad Ibrahim Fantami, GMC News.
Well done, Muhammad Ibrahim Fantami, for the report. No fewer than 700 pupils of street and girls schools in Gombe Metropolis alongside children at the Da'ar Orphanage Home, Tumfrey, have benefited from the donation of cardigans, shoes and blankets to cushion the effects of the prevailing socio-economic hardship in the country. Presenting the items, the Chief Executive Officer of the Human Capital Manager Foundation, Dr. Ismail Musa Jibril, said the gesture was to support the state government effort in catering for the less privileged people. Dr. Jibril, who spoke through Dr. Ali Usman Mahmoud, Mimuna Habu Ubaida, Imran Adamu, and Mr. Jerry Jungu, explained that the exercise was also in line with the Foundation's doctrine of putting smiles on the faces of the vulnerable groups, particularly children, across Gombe State. He added that the exercise is the second in series of quarterly humanitarian interventions, noting that the Foundation conducts such outreach every 3 months to support the less privileged and improve their welfare. He added that beyond material support, the Foundation is committed to promoting moral values, hygiene, and peaceful coexistence among children and the wider society. Responding on behalf of the beneficiaries, representatives of the street and girls schools and the Da'ar Orphanage Home, Tumfrey, Malam Muhammad Adamu, Khalifa Goni Sani, Muhammadu Basakoche, and Malam Muhammad May Lema expressed appreciation for the initiative, adding that it will go a long way in protecting the children from the effects of cold weather, while calling on other individuals and organizations to emulate the gesture. Some of the beneficiaries also described the donation as timely, offering prayers for God's abundance reward for the donor. Highlights of the event include a brief lecture on morals and hygiene, presentation of relief materials, and special prayers for leaders, peace and unity in Gombe State and the country at large. The need for women in Biliri and Balanga local government areas to come out en masse to register in the ongoing voters registration exercise has again been emphasized. A special assistant to the member representing Balanga and Biliri Federal Constituency in the National House of Representatives, Alhaji Buhari A. Saleh, gave the hint while presenting 20,000 naira each to 100 women as empowerment. Reporter Yakubu Ajia completes the report.
In continuation of our empowerment program to touch the life of people at the grassroots, the wife of the member representing Balanga and Biliri Federal Constituency of Gombe State, Hajia Saadatu Dr. Ali Isa JC, has put smile on the faces of another 100 beneficiaries selected from the 2 local governments. The program held at his constituency office, presenting an annual report of the empowerment and activities of the member and his wife, the senior legislative aide to the Speaker, National House of Representatives, Alhaji Buhari A. Saleh, said cash amount of over 40 million naira was distributed to electorates from January to December 2025. bore rehabilitation and other selected areas of need of the communities submitted from different organizations of the constituency were treated by the wife of the member.
Akwai mata 200 wanda aka ɗauka daga watan 6 zuwa Disamba, wanda duk wata ana ba da kuɗi 2 miliyan. Akwai masu 10,000, akwai masu 20,000, akwai masu 30,000. Wanda in kun hada dai kai almost 12 million a wannan watanni 6 din. To kana akwai empowerment da aka yi ta yi, akwai wanda aka yi na 50,000, akwai na 20,000. Empowerment dai da muka hada lissafi an yi empowerment sama da sau 20 da wani abu. Wanda a January to December kudi da Hajiya Sa'adatu Ali-Isa JC ta bamu mu bayar ko mu ce mu zo mu baku. Over 40 million naira.
While calling on the people in the area who have not registered in any of the organization to do so, Buhari Saleh, also the trachea of Klasua, further assured that the member and his wife Hajia Saadatu Dr. Ali Isa JC, also the Talafi of Gombe, will not leave any stone unturned in boosting their capacity and economic condition. Alhaji Buhari Saleh also called on the eligible voters to ensure that they obtain their voters card, as it is their first weapon to bring a person that will protect and promote their interests. Speaking on behalf of the wife of the member, Madam Florence David Jarumar Bambam, said women of Balanga and Bilifere constituency have every cause to smile as they have member with patriotic zeal, saying behind every successful man there must be a woman.
Alkawari lokacin kamfe ta ce in Allah ya ba su kujerar nan ba za su bar mu ba, a mu kanmu mun gani ko ba mu gani ba sun bar mu kace babu, kuma haka ne ba bar mu ba. Tana so kamun a shiga lokacin zaɓe proper kowace mace ta samu tallafi.
Others who spoke during the occasion also include SLA Yakub Karfi, Esther Florence and Ruth Abakar Absalom, among others. Some of the beneficiaries who spoke expressed delight for their inclusion in the empowerment programs of the member, saying it is the first of its kind to benefit direct from a politician.
Ina roƙon ku don Allah ku taimaka a taimaka duk abinda Ali Isa JC ya mana babanmu da matarsa, ubangiji Allah ya ba su sa'a, kuma a taimaka abinda su suka shuka ya kamata su girbi alkhairi, tunda alkhairi ne suka shuka mana.
Gaskiya na samu abubuwa da yawa, don na samu abubuwa da yawa, na sai abubuwa wanda na dan sake ina more rayuwa na, wani abu ba sai na tafi mai gida in ce kawo abu kaza in ya abu kaza ba, da kuɗi na da abun da na yi sai in dauka in dan samu dan dawo mu ne dan samu gari mu wanda za mu yi abinci mu ci a gida. Yar uwa in ta shigo ta ce yar uwa ina ganki ke kamar kirki ne, ina da abu.
The occasion features distributions of 20,000 naira to 100 beneficiaries as empowerment and entertainment. Yakubu Ibn Ajay El Gadami, reporting for GMC News Gombe.
Well done, Yakubu Ajay, for the report. The chairman of the Radio Listeners Association of Nigeria, Balanga branch, Dr. Nuhu Adamu Sandareme, has asked residents of Balanga local government area to support government policies and programs to ensure greater development in the area. Speaking to newsmen in Gombe, Dr. Reme commended Governor Muhammad Dunia of Gombe State for executing developmental projects in Balanga, highlighting roads, construction, schools upgrades, and the provision of standard solar-powered electricity. He also expressed appreciation to Balaraja Alhaji Muhammad Danjuma Muhammad for his harmonious leadership and prayed for his continued success. Dr. Rene further appealed to Governor Muhammad Dunia to consider the use of Balanga in political appointments, emphasizing the importance of inclusive governance and opportunities for young people in the area. The Village Local Government Task Force Committee on Routine Immunization and Medical Services has held its first meeting for the year 2026. According to a statement issued by the Information Officer, Village Local Government Area, Njuma Daniel, the meeting, which took place at the Local Government Council Chamber, was described as successful and focused on reviewing the achievements of the local government in routine immunization and medical service delivery, as well as preparing committee members for the task ahead in the new year. In a welcome address, Deputy Primary Healthcare Coordinator Mrs. Lucy Adamu Walbit commended the Governor of Gombe State, Alhaji Muhammad Umar, for his sustained support to the health sector, noting that the success recorded will not have been possible without his intervention. Mrs. Walbit also praised the chairperson of the Local Government Council for her monthly leadership and unwavering commitment to the well-being of the people. She expressed gratitude to committee members for their support in the previous year and appealed for increased commitment and cooperation in the year 2026. The World Health Organization local government facilitator Mr. Isa Maina briefed the committee on achievements recorded through their collective efforts and outlined a proposed plan for action for 2027. Speaking on behalf of the chairman of the local government, Dr. Egla Idris, the local government treasurer, Mr. Augustine Kurungu, thanked committee members for their valuable contributions and urged them to intensify their efforts to further improve routine immunization and medical services in the new year 2026. The meeting ended with renewed commitment by stakeholders to strengthen healthcare delivery across the local government area. The State Council of the Izala Islamic Organization has held its weekly preaching session at Wure Modibo in Gona Emirate of Akko local government area, urging parents to take greater responsibility in raising their children. During the session, the second deputy chairman of the Council of Ulama, Sheikh Ali Muhammad Bara, reminded Muslims that humanity was created for a clear purpose. He noted that Allah created mankind in the best form, distinct from other creatures, as stated in the Holy Quran. Sheikh Bara emphasized that while everything with a beginning has an end, the rewards promised by Allah to righteous servants are eternal, urging Muslims to strictly follow Allah's commandments.
Suka aikata aiki mai kyau, wanda suka yi haka falahum ajrun, Allah ya ce suna da wani irin lada ghairu mamnun.
Also speaking, Barrister Abdullahi Muhammad Rabiu advised Muslim parents to be cautious when giving out their daughters in marriage. He stressed the importance of carefully assessing the character, intentions, and religious commitment of prospective suitors. Barrister Rabiu warned against associating with negative influences and cautioned parents not to treat their children like kings. He added that societal problems are not solely caused by parents and called for collective efforts in guiding children, while lamenting the increasing involvement of youth, including girls, in drug abuse. In his contribution, Malam Musa Sarkin Yaki urged Muslims to safeguard themselves and their families from hellfire in accordance with the teachings of the Holy Quran. He explained that this can be achieved through proper education and knowledge of Allah, stressing that true worship cannot be done in ignorance. Malam Musa further called on parents to support the education of their children and instill discipline, noting that this will help prevent engagement in intoxicants and other harmful lifestyles that could destroy their future. The Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, has paid tribute to the late Islamic leader Imam Abu Bakr Abdullahi, describing his life as powerful testimony to courage, compassion, and shared humanity. CAN recalled that the late Imam demonstrated rare moral bravery in 2018 when he risked his life to protect innocent people during a violent attack, saving 262 Christians. The association said this action rose above religious boundaries and affirmed the sanctity of human life. According to CAN, the Imam's selfless sacrifice strengthened interfaith harmony, restored hope, and showed that peace is achievable when conscience, love, and faith guide human actions. It described him as a bridge builder and a true symbol of genuine religion. The association noted that in recognition of his exceptional service to humanity, Imam Abu Bakr Abdullahi was honored with an award during the CAN's Safeha anniversary celebration in 2021. In a statement signed by CAN President Archbishop Daniel Oko, the association said, while pledged may fade with time. The Imam's legacy will endure as a shining example for religious leaders, communities and future generations. Can call for continued honor to his memory so that his story can inspire unity, mutual respect and peaceful coexistence. The association also extended condolences to the family of the late Imam, his community and all those who touched by his remarkable example, praying that his legacy of bravery and selflessness will continue to be emulated. To end the news, a recap of the major stories that made headlines. You had that Director of the National Hydroelectric Power Producing Area Development Commission and HAPADIC has paid a courtesy visit to Gombe State following the state's recent inclusion as member of the commission. During the visit, the director said Gombe State stands to benefit from development projects aimed at improving infrastructure, livelihoods and economic opportunities in hydroelectric power producing areas. The state government welcomed the inclusion, describing it as a major step toward accelerated development and increased federal support. We also heard that the Gombe State House of Assembly has held a public hearing on a bill seeking legislative approval for the establishment of the Gombe State Education Development Trust Fund 2025. The proposed fund is designed to enhance funding for education, improve school infrastructure, support teachers' welfare, and promote access to quality education across the state. Stakeholders at the hearing commended the initiative and called for transparency and effective management of the fund when established. And finally, the Nigeria Legion Gombe State chapter has unveiled plans to establish vocational skills training centers for families of retired military personnel in the state. According to the Legion leader, the initiative is aimed at empowering dependents of ex-servicemen with practical skills to enhance self-reliance and economic stability. The organization called on government and well-meaning individuals to support the project, noting that it will contribute to the poverty reduction and social development. That is the end of the news. Don't forget the House version will shortly come your way.